Welcome in everybody on Monday. Today we got something slightly special planned. I have bought X-Plane 12 and we are going to be flying the Boeing 737-800 from Madrid airport in Spain, and we're actually going to be doing a sort of national flight today. We're going to be flying over to Barcelona, so this should be good. I think the estimated time of arrival is at 1 hour and 25 minutes, but because I'm fairly new to this and fairly new to the system, we are going to be, I guess, familiarizing ourselves with the aircraft and with some of the systems. I've managed to plan a flight plan using an free online software, so we have our route ready to program into the FMC. So it's just a case of learning the ropes, I guess, and getting to grips with the system, understanding how to attack it. But I think so far it looks absolutely brilliant. I'm really impressed, and this is the default Boeing 737. So yeah, X-Plane team, well done. This is very impressive. If you're wondering what software I used for the flight planner, you can just simply type route finder online and plan your route that way. There are others such as SkyVector, etc, some paid services, but I mean, at the end of the day, you probably don't even need them. You can just do it in X-Plane while you're in the aircraft. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start. Now we're on the outside obviously, so we want to get on the inside, so we're going to pop inside. The engine there just slightly turning slightly. It's very overcast and grey today, so possibly a rain later on, but at the moment we're in marginal VFR. Okay, we're going to go ahead and activate and turn on the system. So we're going to go up to the battery. It's the first step. Make sure we have power to the battery by checking the unit. Yep, we have power. Turn up some of those lights. Switch that to APU generator, just so we can see the power. We'll go ahead and flick that on. You have to hold it down. Let me point this out. The exhaust gas temperature, this dial is the is basically the APU unit. So you hold this down, and there you go. The APU has initiated its start process. Pressure's building up, and that pressure will drop back down, and then we can turn the APU generators on. So yeah, we want to get this flight to Barcelona done as safely as possible. We are going to go and try and board some passengers, so we toggle the jetway. Don't need ground surfaces. We've refueled. According to the flight plan, we only need about 6,000 pounds of fuel, so relatively small amount, to be honest, for the aircraft. Yes, the route finder, I tried to display it on screen, but I couldn't, so just have to make do what I tell you. We're doing a departure from Madrid airport, Pinar departure, and then we'll be doing which is a standard instrument departure, and we're doing a standard approach to Barcelona and Casper. So we have that information to program in. Go back in here. Okay, so we have the jetway on. Hopefully passengers are loading up. Can check the ATIS in a moment. Let's go ahead and just move over here slightly. We are in the default 737. After having a look at the Zebo mod, I believe it is, it does look pretty good, but I'm content to use this for now. I have only just bought the game, so I want to make the most of it. Okay, we want to test some of these. You can't test that. Test our warning. Check. Check on that, and we have a light there. Don't really need it though. It's kind of bright enough, warm enough as well. Right, so they're already aligned to navigation. That's perfect. Window heat, yes, we want to stick that on after we turn the generator on. APU generator on. Window heat on. We want to make sure there's no accumulation of ice. Make sure those window wipers work. Yeah, always important. Okay, we are going to be cruising about 20. We'll stick the pitot heat on as well. Slightly saying it's warm / chilly outside. It's a bit of both. There's a strong wind. Okay, we want to set our altitude 23,000 and pressurization. We won't do that just yet. We will turn the APU blade on though. Return to our seat. Now we can do some ATIS and FMC work. So let's go up here. It's cool you have a little window like this. It gives you all the frequencies. You do have to tune them manually, which is absolutely no problem whatsoever. So we go to 130.855. 130.885. There we go. So we listen to the ATIS. Check that. There's no sound coming through the ATIS. 855. Okay, my mistake. I have tuned the wrong frequency. Bad start.
Madrid bar,
There we go.
information Tango 1350 Zulu special. Arriving runways 18 right, 18 left. Departing runways 14 right, 14 left. Wind 160 degrees 6 knots. Variable 130 to 190. Visibility more than 10 miles. Sky conditions scattered at 2,900. Broken at 5,000. Temperature 10, dew point 5. QNH 1001. Transition level, flight level 145. Advise on initial contact you have. Information Tango.
Okay, great. That's the ATIS sorted. So we did give us our pressurization. Let's go ahead and just listen one more time. Make sure we all know what's happening.
18 left. Departing runways 14 right.
14, we've programmed that.
Wind 160 degrees 6 knots. Variable 130 to 190. Visibility more than 10 miles. Sky conditions scattered at 2,900. Broken at 5,000. Temperature 10, dew point 5. QNH 1001. Transition level
1001. That's pretty good. Not too bad. A little bit low. Right, that's the ATIS sorted. It's a little bit loud. Let me just crank that down. I believe it said 001. So we do that up here. 1001. As I say, it's overcast, slightly foggy. Also marginal VFR, and welcome in. My name's Grantham. This is a regular Monday stream, not the usual kind of flight. Well, the new software that I was talking about, which we'll be using from now on, is just gonna make things look a bit more realistic, I guess, and we can still hop back onto flight gear for the 777 and do some flights on that. Okay, back into the cockpit for FMC. Now we have to get our program FMC and then get our clearance. So let's tune ground in advance. So you want 121.98. We tune ground for now, and we do the FMC. Okay, so nav date, hour date, we can clear that. We know what we're doing. Initialization. Index. Menu. Index. Alright, let's do this. So we're at Lima Echo Mike Delta. Barcelona, Madrid Airport, Spain. And we're going to Barcelona. Lima Echo. Double check what it is. I don't want to program the wrong route. I believe it's BL at the end, so it's Lima Echo Bravo Lima. Lima Echo Bravo. Lima Echo Bravo Lima. Okay, that's programmed in, and I'm quite looking forward to this actually. I've had limited experience of the 737 for many years, but when I've flown it, I've really enjoyed it. I just hope I can. There's the cabin, by the way. No one on board just yet. I'm assuming they're all hiding. Right, so we programmed that in. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good flight, because my sort of big gap from the 737 and was predominantly the aircraft that would fly instead of the 777. But as you know now, I'd fly the 777 more often. Okay, routes via 2. So this would be really handy if I could open that flight plan over the actual game, but I can't do it. So let's try and figure it out. Flight number, we're Ryanair, in case you didn't notice. Ryanair, looking very nice. Looking very nice there, so we put Ryanair in. Romeo Yankee, Romeo 652. Execute that. Origin runway, vertical navigation, 35,000 feet is going to be our cruise altitude. Okay, that's figured that out. Legs, we're going to add our departure. Now we're going to be doing a bit of a standard instrument departure, nothing special. We're doing the Pinot. I'm really hoping they have this in the game, this kind of stuff. If not, we can just... there we go. I was going to say we can just leave it. But it seems to have popped up, these ones here. So we go, hopefully click the correct one. If you're new here, so I've have to bear with me, because this is all very brand new to me, and the reference on the online flight plan is for Papa Indigo November Alpha Romeo, but there's none on there. It just gives you the T2 uniform at the end there, which is kind of slightly disappointing. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the departure I want. There's nothing popping up on it. We'll have to go for this one. That's as close as it's going to get with the Romeo on the end. Previous page. So we depart, and it says runway 14. Okay, now I've got a route. Legs. No, nothing's coming up on it. Leg and I'm not too sure again. I'm not too sure how to use this. I did select the departure. Let's try again. Right, okay. Let's see if this works. I did select. Doesn't seem to want to select the runway as well, unless it's the wrong runway for the departure. Check the flight plan. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something about it. Doesn't give you a runway on the flight plan, it just tells you the reference waypoint. Let's try that again. Route. I won't select a runway. It doesn't seem to be working when I do that. Map. Let's change it to plan. Not the best start, but not the worst. Alright, zoom in that. Nope. I guess this is me trying to figure out the game and many other issues on it. Right. Doesn't want to give me the option. Just gives me the option for the Bravo. That's the only one it's come up with. Let's try that, and we'll do the try and do the rest of the plan, which is hopefully going to work. It's Casper is a standard approach. So let's do that. We want Casper, and there it is. Let's select. We want to know the active runway. There's no runway on the plans. We go to meta.com, and just type the airport. Okay, so the active runway is runway 2. Saying 6 left and 6 right, so we can try that. 6 left and 6 right. If I can. Arrival. One more time. Selected 6. Right, well, we've tried this one. Let's try that. Something's appearing on the screen. That makes a difference. Just don't think the departures works. Right, legs. So it's come up with this. It has come up with it in here, but it's not come up with it when I typed it in. Nav radio, of course. Back to legs. Continuity. Alright, let's try it from the beginning. Okay, so the rest of it looks good. It's just that beginning part. Just this takeoff and departure, which is messed up. Oh dear. Okay, let's just assume that we're going to be figuring it out on the way, because we can't spend too long on it. I appreciate if you're watching this and you're wondering what's happening. I'm kind of got to get to grips with it, I guess, and hopefully sometime now or in the future. Okay, let's go ahead and do our radio call. Ground tower 121.98 VFR departure.
Madrid Barajas ground. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53. Hello, Boeing 737-8.
Set our altitude 35,000.
Barcelona, El Prat, 1 POV. Request taxi 4 VFR flight departing to the north.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53. Information uniform current. Runway 14 right. Taxi via India 9-4 Mach 10. Golf 5 Alpha 11 Alpha 12 Lima Alpha and Lima Bravo. Hold short of runway 14 right.
Okay, we have a long taxi there. We have a very long departure route. I'll try and do the things after. We'll stick our lights on so people know we're on the aircraft.
Lima Alpha and Lima Bravo. Hold short runway 14 right. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53.
Awesome. We're going to set our pressurization. You know we're cruising at 35,000. We want the seatbelt signs on. Emergency light should be armed. Make sure everything's on that we need it to be switched. Okay, 35,000. And our ground level. Really need to set the pressurization on the co-pilot side. About 1900 feet. Let's go ahead and change his. Okay, there we go, 1900. So quite high up, really. Right, back in the seat. So now we need pushback. And we want to go to runway 14. So we'll probably get pushed back to the left. I hope. Really hope so.
Madrid Barajas ground. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53. Request pushback to the left.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53. Stand by. Pushback tractor is on the way.
So it's come out with that correct departure. Thank goodness. I was almost worried for a moment. Got to send the passengers and plane on a long journey then. Let's just hope it works in flight. Okay, parking brakes off. We don't set our flaps until we start the engine. a good time, excuse me, to start it. For some reason fuel is low. We did fuel up. Just check the fuel flight configuration. Yeah, so we have our flight time 40 minutes. That's not right. Go ahead and reduce that and increase our fuel. We definitely had enough in there for the flight, unless the flight planner I used is wrong. So we need quite a lot of fuel. They're only giving you about 2 hours. 2 hours with a full tank. That's kind of strange. And you can't calculate. A little bit disappointed with the sort of default 737, but a lot of things just could have been done better, I think, on it. And especially with the FMC, there's no way to calculate the V1 speeds, which is disappointing. Okay, we got taxi lines on to make our job a lot easier. We do need pushing back to the left as well. That was a good call. We don't have a push truck. We're just rolling. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Oh well, I guess we don't need the pushback truck after all. Right. Let's go ahead and just leave the plane to roll back while we start our engines. Awesome, we stick the lights on, taxi lights. Stick those on. Okay, go down here, select that to ground. Ignition should be starting up to spool up. Yeah, N2 spooling up on the left engine, number 1. If you're new to this game as well, just like me, then let me know if you've had any issues. Let me know how you're finding it. It's quite the experience. It makes a huge difference from flight gear. That number 1 engine has started. A huge difference from flight gear, and one that I hope will continue. And maybe I will use the Zebo or Zybo mod in the future. Engine 1 has been put on, so we can put number 2 on. Go ahead and put the fuel in. Okay, that was pretty easy. So the ignition switches should automatically switch. Yep. And we want to put them on ground. Continuous before takeoff. Do we need our hydraulics on? Yes, we need our hydraulics, electrics, and we can put the APU generators on off. APU generator off, and APU off. Bleed air is off. Now we can change. Let me move the camera for you. Now we can actually change a few things over here. Recirculation fan to auto, and put the air conditioning system on. So you should be able to hear. I was hoping we could hear the sound of the air conditioning. Let me just change the volume a little bit. Okay, sound. Slightly increased it inside. Yes, some things on this are impressive, and some things are very, for a standard default aircraft, a little bit disappointing. You would expect more from such a high-level simulator, I guess. I don't really know if that's normal, but we are going to be doing the entirely cockpit from now on, so it's a bit more realistic. Yeah, the FMC, some of the sort of sound effects aren't really on par. There's a bit of a noise there, but it's nothing too impressive. So I think they've done the bare minimum, and then they want you to pay for the add-ons and all the extra stuff, really, which should have been included with the base game, which is, a little bit naughty, I guess, from a commercial point of view. Right, we start engines. Let's go ahead and taxi. Should really be a little bit off to the right, slightly too far forward. And flaps can be deployed to 5. Let's try vertical navigation. So there's no option here for takeoff. You simply have climb, cruise and descent. Slight hill as well. Looks like the 737 is struggling. There we go, slight movement. So we're going to go ahead and stick our autothrottle at armed. Set that to 240. Lateral navigation is white. Just give me a moment. Need to change that. So it's not lighting up, which means it should be green, which means the route is activated. I'm pretty sure it is, because we got it here in the FMC. And the active database is out of date as well. A little bit very disappointing actually. Overall, still worth it. Right, routes. Yeah, everything is programmed in there. Legs. Maybe there's a discontinuity in the program. Step. Let's just wait. Let's wait till we're on the runway. Keep it on the white for now. I'm just gonna be back 1 moment. It's gonna be 1 moment. Stick the parking brakes on. Apologies about that. I have had a few issues which seem to be going on constantly. Right, back in the plane, back in the aircraft. V for brakes. And we can taxi to the active runway. Active runway is runway 14 right. We have been given our taxi instructions. See on the left here, left the ATC box open for you. We should be given a clearance to take off by the tower, not ground unit. I have to say, very impressive though. I think the scenery is fantastic, the look of the aircraft is very good, and the realisticness and realism, and general flight dynamics as well is something to be envied. But the FMC, the FMC however isn't. Okay, down here. Nice swift taxi. Yeah, the FMC isn't. I think for flight gear, this is where flight gear excels. For a free game, flight gear has a fantastic FMC. You can put both. You can plan your route before you go into it, and it will load all waypoints into the FMC for you. Whereas on this, there doesn't seem to be that option. I haven't found it. If it's available, let me know. Let me know how to do it. And I don't really want to pay for things like Navigraph, because I think that's a little bit of a con, to be honest. Right, sharp right turn. Bit of a wider turn down Alpha 11 there. The thing I do love about the aircraft, the 737, maybe it's just because it's an X-plane and it looks fantastic, but I think this goes way back to the days of Flight Simulator X, is the handleability of the aircraft is what I would call compared to some of the other aircraft like the 777, which is much heavier, and the 757. The 737 is actually relatively easy. That's coming from someone who's flown this thing many hours on previous flight simulators, just not on this one. So hopefully it's got that. It's still got that attractiveness to it, easeability of use, if you like. We'll go ahead and trim. Just trim slightly to keep the nose steady on takeoff. Welcome aboard. I'm really pleased to have new people on board and watching the content. I'm hoping you're enjoying it. I really hope that the X-Plane content as well is going to be of interest to you in the future. That's why I invested in it, because I knew it was a better looking game and it's got much more realistic flight dynamics. Of course, we will stick to the flight gear for the 777, and at one point in the future I'm hoping to buy the 777 on this, so that should be amazing as well. Okay, we go ahead and we're going to turn our throttles up a little bit just to get there quicker. Don't forget to set your rejected takeoff on your brakes. We should check our spoilers. Flight controls, so we have ailerons. We have elevator, and of course we have rudder control. Flight controls are all good. Usually you can display it down here. This little switch on main panel should be turnable, I think. At least then you can monitor your hydraulics and other systems on board the aircraft, which is just as important as the engines. And once I've got used to taxiing and understanding the airport layouts a bit more, I will turn the taxi assist off.
853, contact Madrid Barajos Tower 118.080, goodbye.
Contact Madrid Barrage Tower 118.080, thank you very much.
Contact Madrid Barajas Tower 118.080. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853, goodbye.
Okay, we've been passed off to the tower. That's a good time to just slow down slightly so we can do this. 080, this will be for our takeoff clearance. The taxi line has disappeared, but we need to go to the right. Okay, checking the controller.
Madrid Barajas Tower, Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853, on taxiway Alpha 12.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853, Madrid Barajas Tower, below, hold short of runway 14 right, report ready.
Hold short, runway 14 right, report ready. Ryanair.
Hold short of runway 14 right, will go. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853.
Right, this is our runway. So we're there now, we're ready to take off. 14 right, Lima Bravo. Bravo.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853, return to designated taxi route Lima Bravo, runway 14 right, taxi via Lima Bravo, hold short of runway 14 right.
Okay, so there has been some other issues on this game with the ATC, and one of those issues seems to be occurring now, and that is the ATC. So I'm on Lima Bravo, and as you can see there's the runway, so we're in the absolutely correct place, but the ATC doesn't understand that, and it seems to be occurring quite often.
Taxi via Lima Bravo, hold short runway 14 right, Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853.
Right, we're going ahead and just tell them we're ready for departure. Stick our landing lights on.
Yankee November 853.
Taxi lights
ready
off.
for departure.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853.
Continuous.
104. Fly heading 140. Runway 14 right. Cleared for takeoff. Wind 160 degrees 6 knots. Variable 120 to 190.
Squawk
4104. That's a little bit late. Should have been given that at the gate.
104. Fly heading 140. Runway 14 right. Cleared for takeoff. Ryanair Romeo Yankee
104.
November 853.
Fly runway heading, departure runway 14 right. This might be a manual flight, by the way, depending if the FMC and the autopilot works. I've got lateral navigation selected, but it's not highlighting it. Right, we can go ahead and taxi right on. No need to hold short, we're going straight out. No need to line up, I mean. I love the G-force effects. I think they make the kit much more realistic. Hopefully the cabin crew has prepared us for takeoff. Make sure no one's out of the seats. Okay, lined up, runway 1 for a right. Taking off, runway 1 for a right. Slight wind, crosswind. Positive brake, gear up. Lateral navigation is engaged. Oh my goodness, this is bumpy. Wow.
Romeo Yankee November 853. Resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation right here. Romeo Yankee November.
Resume on navigation. Ryanair Romeo Yankee
Romeo
November 853.
Yankee November. I have to remember to say that correctly.
Romeo Yankee November 853. Contact Torrey Hart approach. 119.950. Goodbye.
119.950. Goodbye.
Contact Torrey Hart approach. 119.950. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. Goodbye.
Okay, we're given our departure frequency. We should really have the co-pilot program so we can fly the plane. They're flickering on screen. I think that's the weather.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853.
Lovely view though, Madrid.
737-800 from Madrid Barajas, Barcelona, El Prat, altitude 5,000. 1 POV. Request traffic
Track
service.
flaps.
Romeo Yankee November 853. Squawk 4104. QNH 1001. Traffic service.
Squawk 4104 QNH 1001. Traffic service. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853.
There seems to be a flickering on screen. I don't know if that's normal. I'm assuming, like I say, assuming it's the weather. There might be some. We're going into heavy clouds, so it could be lightning, and there's rain. Oh my! So things are picking up quite considerably. Good thing we stuck that window heat on. Make sure we climb at a good rate. We're on our path now to first waypoint.
Yankee November 853. Radar contact.
Radar contact. Climbing straight up to flight level 350. Romeo Yankee November 853. A little bit of a rough departure there, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise. We at Ryanair try and do our best. Sometimes the weather's a little bit much for us. Okay, we're cruising, speeding nicely through 230 knots, struggling to keep that nose at 10 degrees. Higher viewpoint for you. There you go. Buenas noches, Spain, and hello to Spain, Barcelona. So I'm looking forward to this. We can activate the flight plan, lateral navigation, but I'm going to fly it manually for the moment, just because it's more interesting. We have got quite a turnout at the departure. I wonder if we activate the autopilot now, will it continue the route from this point? Let's give it a go. Okay, so it's turning. I'm assuming it's going to follow that waypoint. MD828. We should be climbing up to 35,000 feet. We are over 10,000 feet, so we can go over 250 knots. It's being set the speed automatically at 295, which is kind of ideal. There we go, nice steep climb. So yeah, we're into the clouds now. We're on our climb out to cruise level. Any questions or even feedback on that takeoff would be appreciated. Any suggestions for the next route? Okay, we seem to have gone... Ah, damn. We seem to have gone past the route which I had planned on the lateral navigation. Let's try the map. Show map. Doesn't show it on there. Right, it's following something. We didn't set our course on takeoff, but no matter, we can do it on landing. Yeah, so we're struggling through the aircraft, the clouds at the moment. Slightly off course. Yeah, we're completely going the wrong way on this. Should be heading to MD824. Let's do that, see if we can follow it from that leg. Not the best start for X-Plane, I have to say. Considering that a free alternative can do this much better, I think X-Plane should be a little bit on the ball. A little bit aware of its competition. I suppose this gives the aircraft time to get up to the level 350. Okay, we can take the lights off. We left them on slightly longer just because we had a rough patch there with the weather. I'm going to monitor this, make sure it joins the actual flight plan we have programmed. Make sure you can turn at the full 30 degrees.
Romeo Yankee November 853. Traffic service cancelled. Squawk 7000. Pre-coordinate control 118.275. Goodbye.
Traffic service cancelled. Squawk 7000. Recall Madrid Control 118.275. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. Goodbye.
Okay, that's another issue that's I've encountered in this is I am following the flight path that's programmed. I've got it programmed and I've clicked the lateral navigation, but then the services get terminated. I'm not so far, I don't think I'm so far off course that they can't provide a service, because they were before. So we have the approach, I told them I was on 5,000 requesting traffic service. He said that's fine. There's nothing else there that I needed to do. I just need to continue on route, which is what I'm doing. They've cancelled it. I don't know why. No idea why, man. It's, again, really disappointing. Flight Gear, the free alternative, does this so much better, and it makes it so much easier to understand, especially in the FMC. Okay, 35,000 feet is looking rather rough at the moment. Let's go ahead and request the flight following anyway. We'll see what happens.
November 8:53. Alone. Boeing 737-800. From Madrid Barajas, Barcelona, El Prat. Altitude flight level 295. 1 POV. Request traffic service.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53. You're not in my airspace. Pre-call Madrid control 118.275. Goodbye.
Recall Madrid control 118.275. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53. Goodbye. Madrid control. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53. Alone. Boeing 737-800. From Madrid Barajas, Barcelona, El Prat. Altitude flight level 311. 1 POV. Request traffic service.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53. Squawk 4603. QNH 9905. Traffic service.
Squawk 4603. QNH 9905.
Right,
Traffic service.
we're breaking through those
November
dark
8:53.
clouds now onto the cruise altitude of 55,000. It's actually looking quite clear up here, so this is a good altitude to cruise out. We have got our traffic services back. We've got a squawk a different number now, 4603, and the pressure is actually quite low. It's dropped, as you can see, to 9. We've got a warning. There's no indication of where it's coming from. I'm assuming that's an overspeed warning. Change that to map. I'm surprised the aircraft's not got the markers on it to tell you when you're overspeeding. That's quite, again, another problem which I haven't seen elsewhere. Now our speed is dropping. I hope we're not stalling.
Radar contact.
No, I don't think we're stalling. Oh my goodness, this could be this could be a Mayday air crash investigation. We're in the first flight. That would be so embarrassing. Alright, we have rest. I was just talking about the pressure. The pressure is quite low, so we're at 995 now on pressure. Yeah, so that explains a lot. Okay, radar contact. We're just going to continue. We are back on path now. Back on the flight plan. That should take us, as you can see on the map there. We have a. Well, you should be able to see it. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Turn those off. Meeting up the map. Okay, so I think 35,000 will keep us out of the trouble for now. If there's any trouble, we can just take over. The aircraft is struggling for speed though, which is a little bit concerning. Go ahead and increase that. Maybe that is the maximum speed. Not very fast, I have to say. Not very fast at all. Beautiful, we have a beautiful day. Look at that, wow. That's a picture and a half, isn't it? Yeah, back to my chats. I'm really glad to see the support. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I was really glad to see the support from Copenhagen to London. That was a fantastic experience. My sort of thoughts on that is we will continue probably continue next Wednesday or Friday back in the 777, and I'll probably do a similar flight to Madrid. But yeah, the support has been really good, so I hope you are enjoying the new game as much as I am, because it's a bit of a pain, but I'm getting there, still learning. Okay, we can turn those fasten seatbelt signs off. Ladies and gentlemen, you're free to move out the cabin. We are cruising at 35,000 feet, going 260 knots. As you can see outside, don't be deceived by the sun and the beautiful clouds, because when we arrive in Barcelona we'll likely experience some turbulence again. Thank you for the custom and patience. We have a new co-pilot, that's why most things have been going wrong, so thank you. doing the mid-flight, you should really keep this off, especially earlier on. As you like, I'm just so impressed with the clouds and the view from this point. I knew we'd get through the bad storm eventually. Yeah, keep that off, and then transponder, as we say, is on. I haven't heard any other ATC come through, so they're probably saying, okay, well, Ryanair's back on track, we'll leave them to it until they get to Barcelona. Got a destination down there. We're going down the Caspia approach. Still got about 18 nautical miles till we approach the waypoint, so it's a relatively short flight. Check that before flight, not during. Gives you ground speed there. Ground speed is 490. True airspeed is 400, just under 450. That's useful information. Want to prepare now for the approach. It says we're 50 nautical miles from the Caspia. Caspia is the standard approach, standard arrival. So we're going to go ahead and check the map. You can do this by clicking show map. There's our location. Remember, going to Lima, go down here, check our route. Lima Echo Bravo Lima. Not quite on the map just yet. That would be handy if we could search for it. But I was going to say, if we can see the airport on it, we can simply click the airport on the runways to get the ILS frequency. Remember, we're still over Spain, we're not leaving Spain today. It's all hot, tropical weather. I mean, look at that, wow. Yeah, we get to Casper, that's our sort of approach. We're at 35,000, we'll probably do a steep approach, or descents. We can calculate it now, we've got 36 nautical miles again.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853, traffic service cancelled, squawk 7000, 34 Barcelona, control, 118.035, goodbye.
Traffic service cancelled, squawk 7000, Freecall Barcelona control 118.035, goodbye.
Traffic service cancelled. Squawk 7000. Recall Barcelona control 118.035. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. Goodbye.
Well, that's disappointing. They've cancelled the service again. We're en route, we're on track. We're not going off track. So, something going on with the agency, I think. Let's contact 118.035. Surely it should say not traffic service cancelled, but just to contact Barcelona control.
Barcelona control. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. Alone. Boeing.
We need Barcelona
737
anyway, that's the
800
destination.
From Madrid Bravos to Barcelona. El Prat. Altitude flight level 350.
Yeah, that's all correct.
Request traffic service.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853, squawk 5203, QNH 1002, traffic service.
Squawk 5203, QNH 1002, traffic service.
Squawk 5203, QNH 1002, traffic service. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853.
Okay, pressure's increasing. 1002. Now we didn't even get the option where we're on the ground to request an ILS flight. It only gave us option for VFR, and it's still not worked through it. So yeah, maybe the other aircraft will work with that. We need to request a ILS landing. We have got an ILS approach available. I'm pretty sure we're going on ILS 06. Oh no. There, active ILS 06 right. Runway right, I think that is. Can't quite request that yet.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853, radar contact.
Radar contact. So that's good, we got radar contact. Let's just leave that on as it is. We are going to start descending. About 12 nautical miles from the approach. So we'll switch our fasten seatbelt signs on. I'm going to give the passengers a few minutes, a minute or two, just to get back in their seats. We don't want to kill anybody. Turbulent departure, most likely a little bit turbulent on arrival as well. Sorry if you got buffering. YouTube's telling me you got a bit of buffering. Not sure what that is. Stream's coming up fine on my end. Okay, everyone should be in their seats hopefully. I think most people are probably just relaxing with a fan or something, maybe a nice iced tea. Go ahead and we'll descend all the way down. Click here legs So it gives us our altitude. So we need to be at below 250. We're kind of high, so we'll descend rather quickly. Just click any random height and then we will descend. Level change at 2,000 feet a minute. Go ahead and descend all the way down to the recommended height down here. So you got 16,000 and 10,000, so we might as well go all the way down. 16,000, there we go. Nice steep descent. There's assuming Barcelona. Hopefully the map has showed us the airport. Yeah. Nope. Not quite. Well, that was the airport. We remember we're going to Barcelona airport, which is waypoint. We might descend slightly faster. We should have calculated this before. Huge descent now. Bring our speed back. Uh, 240. Let's try and do a visual landing and see what the directions are. See if it gives us the option. Along this path, these are the waypoints, all the way down to the runway 06. Left, I believe it is. 06 right. There's been no need for the anti-ice. We did need the window heat earlier and the pitot heat just because there was a bit of a colder issue. We haven't turned those on. Balls. Okay, we might be able to turn the probes off soon. Don't really want to risk it though. Requesting a landing. Still not got a airport on the list. Ah, there we go. ILS landing. We have an option for Barcelona.
Barcelona, control.
Awesome.
Ryanair Romeo, Yankee, November 8:53. Request instrument landing at Barcelona, El Prat.
Ryanair Romeo, Yankee, November 8:53. Information hotel current. Descent now to flight level 280. Then descend. Pilot's discretion. Flight level 160. Turn right direct cast. Descent via Charlie Alpha Sierra Papa 2 Whiskey. Arrival to flight level 060. Expect Sierra Lima 2 Whiskey approach. 4 ILS approach. Yankee runway 24 right.
Information hotel. Descend now to flight level 280. Then descend. Pilot's discretion. Maintain flight level 160. Turn right direct cast. Descend via Charlie Alpha Sierra Papa 2 Whiskey. Arrive to flight level 060. Expect Sierra Lima 2 Whiskey approach. 4 ILS approach. Yankee runway 24 right. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53.
Right, we have actually gone past CASP, so the ATC was slightly late there on allowing us to choose the ILS option, but it has given us the CASP. It says you got to turn right, we've got to go back to CASP apparently, but we're already on the ILS path and descend via CASP 2W 2 Whiskey. Flight level 060. Let's just go ahead and go straight down to 060, which is 6,000 feet. Runway 24. Okay, we may have to do the approach again. Let's just go ahead and do this now so you don't mess up. It was already programmed. Let's do our arrivals. Do you want cast?
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. Contact Barcelona El Prat. Approach 119
Well, this may require clearance to land.
Contact Barcelona El Prat.
Right, let's leave that as it is. We're supposed to go down to 24 right, which is a bit concerning. Let's try that. I think this is vectoring us straight in. Legs. Ah, there it is. It's giving us a vector in.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. Contact Barcelona El Prat. Approach 119.105. Goodbye.
Contact Barcelona, El Prat approach 119.105. Goodbye.
Contact Barcelona El Prat approach 119.105. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. Goodbye.
Okay, probably an ILS landing, but I will land it manually. We need to find the ILS frequency, so we go on map. Try and find the runway and the airport. Can't seem to see it. Bravo Lima somewhere here. Oh well, it's on the map. Just quite some distance away yet.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. Contact Barcelona El Prat. Approach 119.105. Goodbye.
Contact Barcelona El Prat approach 119.105.
Forgot to program the radio.
November 853.
119.105. Okay.
Barcelona El Prat approach. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. Alone. Boeing 737-800. On chart Alpha
Speed
Sierra
brakes
2
armed.
For Barcelona El Prat runway 2.
Landing lights
right.
on. Seatbelt signs
Ryanair
on.
Romeo Yankee November 853. Barcelona El Prat. Approach. Hello. Radar contact.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853.
Awesome. Look at these mountains.
Romeo Yankee November 853.
Fantastic, gorgeous
Door
view.
course. Turn left, direct, CASP.
Right, we have to go back to CASP. This is a bit of a pain in the
Left
ass.
direct CASP. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853.
So we want to go to, I believe it's CASP 2W, is it? Yeah, CASP 2W. Runway 24, right. Someone will have to give me guidance how to use this thing. I've watched some videos, but seems much easier in the other simulator. Let's try that. Help with the lateral navigation was switched on. So that should take us on CASP to runway 24 right. Just means circling back, but it gives us some more time to descend. Maintain 16,000.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53. You're off course. Turn right direct Mike Echo Charlie Uniform Hotel.
Now it's giving us contradictory information. It's telling us to go CASP, now it's telling us to go
Right,
Mecca.
direct Mike Echo Charlie Uniform Hotel.
Right.
Romeo Yankee November 8:53.
That's right there for us, so we can do that. That's no issues, and that'll take us. It says we're at 16,000 feet, and then we can descend. As you can see, then pilot discretion, maintain, descend by CASP to flight level 060. Might as well do that now at slow rate. 060. Make sure our speed's under 250. If you're enjoying this, tell me. Give me some feedback on it.
Turn right heading 340.
Turn right heading 340. Romeo Yankee November 853.
Turn right heading 340. Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 8:53.
So the autopilot should be out any moment because we're due to set the next waypoint. And 1500 feet per minute descent rate is actually quite
Ryanair
good.
Romeo Yankee November 8:53. Climb now to flight level 160. Maintain block flight level 160 through flight level 200.
We're given so many different contradictory informations from the ATC. Go back to 16,000, which is what we were at, even though they said descend through Casper to 6,000. By the time we get there, we'll have to descend again. Back on course, flight level 160, 16,000 feet. Heading in for the approach to runway 24 right, Barcelona. The discontinuity. I think that's cleared the discontinuity out, and that should be the airport, I hope, showing it as it's the location. VBOK. Hopefully we can find that ILS frequency. Okay, here it is. So you want 2-4. Right. 5-4. So tune the nav. You can do it manually or just click tune nav 1 for 2-4 right, ILS category 3. And as I expected, it is slightly overcast. Still marginally VFR, I'd say. At this height it's alright, but lower down not too great.
Climb now to flight level 160. Maintain block flight level 160 through flight level 200. Ryanair Romeo. Yes.
They gave us an awful lot of time to respond to ATC without calling us back. Should be giving us a descent now to 6,000 at least. We're way too high up this height. Momentarily, I hope. There's that turbulence. There's that sort of turbulence we were expecting on the approach into Barcelona airport. The ATC is not too. I'm not impressed with it, but I don't know. I want to give it a chance. I really want to give it a chance. We should be getting vectored. We should be getting vectored through for the ILS and give them instructions to descend, but we haven't been given anything for quite a while. And we're already at this point. You know, we got one more turn to final. It's a little bit concerning. Keep the yokes visible for you all. If you want to see another flight like this on the same, well, in the same country, so this is Spain, we're staying in Spain for this flight. If you want to see a similar flight in another place, then let me know. I'm thinking maybe we could head back to Italy, maybe we could go to Florence, fly down to Rome, etc. That'd be lovely. See all those old buildings and remember the good times. I haven't got the scenery for the entirety of America, but I have got some scenery for the East Coast. So East Coast seems to be covered. So I can float over places like New York, Miami and Washington, etc. There we go.
8:53. After passing Sierra Lima Lima, descend via Sierra Lima Lima 2 Whiskey to 2300. 4 ILS approach Yankee runway 24 right. QNH 1002.
There's our descent, 2,300.
After passing Sierra Lima Lima, descend via Sierra Lima Lima 2.
Rain speed back to 180.
4 ILS approach Yankee runway 24 right. QNH 1002. Ryanair Romeo Yankee.
So it's giving us
53.
the pressure is pretty much the same, but it's giving us after passing descend via Sierra Lima Lima 2 Whiskey. So we haven't even got that on the waypoints, which is a little bit disappointing. There's a huge mismatch between ATC and the actual flight plan and the options, because he told us to descend via Casper and he told us to follow the one we're on now. We're on arrival, it's not even gonna, I don't think it'll pop up the one he said. Let's check if it does. No. So nothing on there. Still descending down though, we can start to lower some more flaps. 5 degrees of flaps. Landing lights are already on and speed brakes are armed. Passenger seatbelt signs are on. Pressure is still 35,000. We might want to change that down to maybe about 10,000, just in case of it all round. Double check the systems, amps. Slight difference on the right side. Generator 2's not got, hasn't been generating as much as generator 1 in the past. I'm not sure why. And a few of these others we can just test as well. You have got it set to continuous on the ignition. Yeah, really should have changed that to flight, but we can have it on continuous for landing. Oh wow, look at that. Quite the view. Quite the view. And welcome in. If this is your first time here, I'm Grantham. We are doing a local flight today, but we usually do intercontinental European flights, and hopefully some intercontinental flights in the future to places like Hong Kong and Japan. So if you're looking forward to that, please join me. Let me know. I always recommend enjoy recommendations. If you have a particular airport you want me to fly to within Europe, I'm happy to do that on a stream.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. You're off course. Turn right direct. Bravo Lima 435.
Turn right direct.
Ugh.
435.
This is so broke.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee
I'm not-
November 853.
Somebody please give me some feedback what I am doing wrong or what is happening. Of course, not of course, I'm lined up for the ILS, so let's go ahead and where's the flight though? Let's turn that off. Let's just do a manual descent. We are on course for runway double check, make sure I'm landing on the right runway. Yeah, 24 right. Maintain 150 on the auto throttle, and when we get to landing we should be able to do it now. Activate the VLR just so it shows us we won't be able to the autopilot won't be able to do anything. There we go, nice descent. We're just gonna go ahead and land, so stick the gear down. Maybe not yet, sorry. Sit the gear down. In a second. Let's switch it back on. Will not engage. There we go. VOR, so that should line us up. I think we have control. Aircraft widely pitching up at the moment.
Ryanair Romeo Yankee November 853. You're off course. Turn right direct. Bravo Lima 435.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This is just a complete mess. This is a complete mess. Turn the ATC off so we can't hear it. I was doing well. I was doing it kind of professionally, but now I think we're starting to see many cracks in this supposedly realistic flight simulator. We've completely missed the runway. Usually on flight gear I do really well on the approaches, etc, etc. On this one we haven't. All because of the FMC, I have to say, so I'm really extremely disappointed in it. I'm so disappointed in the experience. I think I actually paid for this as well, when you get free alternatives which are better. Ships out there. See if we can fly past them on the way in. Remember, we're circling back. We want to land on runway 24 right. You can see the runway down there. There's 24 left. I don't think I violated the ATC's instructions. I think the ATC is a little bit broken. I think it's broken like most, like Microsoft Flight Simulator X, like Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. And if you want the programs to work, you have to pay for it. Go ahead and set our road auto brake to 1. We are on downwind leg. See if we can request a landing. No, I can't request anything. I say this is a fairly good descent though. Doing well. Considering how messed up it's been. Doing fairly well on the descent. Cross check the engine ignition continuous. Gonna get standard downwind leg and turn up base and then final. Barcelona. Looking really great in the distance. There's a nice tall building there, there's a lot of people on the beaches having fun. massive airport. 2 runways, 3 runways. Huge place. Good destination to go on holiday. Okay, we're descending now through 3,400 for 2,300, which is our target height for the ILS. Make sure to check which runway it is. Too far right. Okay, stick that 170. I'm just a bit concerned about being too slow. We had an ILS pop up then. Select VOR, or maybe approach, just so we can have it ready to follow. Hopefully it follows it. We're doing the flying, but the aircraft's going to be, the system's going to tell us where to fly and what to do. Okay, we notch another notch of flaps and bring the gear down. Fast decreasing speed. Just telling us to hold altitude because that's the height we've set. There's the runway. We are actually doing this very well. Manual landing, completely manual. Here's VFR, so we're allowed to do this. Okay, we are slightly slow. She's at the 170. Trying to maintain that nose up while we do the turn. We've missed the runway, so that's never a good thing. Okay, full flaps. Remember, don't land on the taxiways. You want to do a Harrison Ford. Water throttles are paying as well. Let's turn that off. Increase it right down so we have that descent. We are coming in at an angle, taking account of the wind and also the fact we missed our approach. Just a word of caution, don't idle the engines on a approach unless you go in 200 plus knots. Just because the descent rate is so fast. We are well high. This would usually be a missed approach, but because I've had some issues on the stream, really appreciate anyone who's tolerated them. I won't be doing a go around. I'll be trying to end this flight and trying to practice some more, and then by the time we come back on to explain, hopefully I'll be a bit better at it and I'll understand the FMC if it works, or if it doesn't, if it's simply not working in the default version. Okay, 500 feet, 400. It's a little bit of unprofessionalism when we're learning.